Hi friends, welcome to my little messy corner of the world here where we are going to work through all kinds of words that we have a hard time with, such as rest. Yeah, join me on this one. It's a good one. I'm going to teach you all kinds of layering techniques and we're just going to have a really good time. So I do not take for granted that you come and spend your time here, so I hope you like it. Don't forget to subscribe and you'll get notified of more fun art tutorials. See you inside. Okay, friends, we're going to dive in today on finding a color palette. So I'm going to put in a little photo of a Pinterest pin that I found because I looked up autumn colors. And often when I do not know what direction to go, I'll think of different color palettes and look them up on Pinterest. So the one that I found is for fall colors, and I love it because it has a splash of blue in it. And I'm going to open up these distress oxides so you can see. And it had some yellow, and it had some, of course, fun orange, and some kind of bricky red, and a really beautiful green. So I will link these down below and you can find them. And if you already have some of these, I'm using forest moss, fired brick, wild honey, salty ocean, which I was really surprised, but it worked really well with the sky, and our all-time favorite, spiced marmalade. Yeah, okay, so I do get ahead of myself. I get very impatient. This is not quite dry. I prepped my journal pages. And here is a background that I love to do. I have had this set of stencils for years, literally years. They're by Heidi Swap. They're very small, as you can see, so they're perfect for art journals. I will see if I can find something similar in her stash somewhere. I don't even know if she even makes anything like this anymore. But one of my favorite ones to use, I know, circles. Are you guys tired of circles? I hope not, because I'm not. I'm going to show you a little trick on these. I do not like the dauber thing. I have one, but I don't like ripping it off and on all the time. So here's what I do. I got the little pads, the ink pads, and I put Velcro. I bought a pack of Velcro and just cut a piece and put one on the back of all my Oxide inks. And that is where that will stay. So see, here I have it for this one. And I have it on this one as well. I love this. I don't mind getting ink on my hands, but if you hate it, don't do what I do, because I totally get it. All right, so one thing I do like doing is I will take some ink on here, and I have prepped my page with white acrylic ink. And I'm going to go through and put some blue on here. That is really vibrant. I like it. Now I'm going to do I do this in any order? I wish I could tell you I did. I don't. Because I kind of like to just see what happens. I'm too, what's the right word for it? Is it impetuous? I don't know. I like to just look at color. So that is what I do. Now, I will say that, yes, there's a chance this could all look like mud at the end, but I'm going to keep, whoops, this a little separate. And plus, you know me, we don't do just one layer. We'll do at least 2, if not more. Okay, so that's one way to do that. Next, we're going to, here's the other thing I have to remember to do is put the lids back on because number one, you've seen me, I'll get it all over my arm, or B, they'll dry out, or I'll put it on the wrong one. So there. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I have a little spray bottle, and I will put some water on here, and I'm just going to watch it drip because this just makes me happy. Literally, it just makes me happy. All the way down. So this is pretty light in color. So what I'm going to do is rub that on there. And I'm going to add color like that. Let's see, let's do this one. I do like the blue up here. I'm not wild about the brick red because it looks a little pink to me. So I'm going to stick with the darker colors. Oh, I do like the green. Okay, and the other thing is this spiced marmalade looks very much like the wild honey. Don't you agree? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just wipe that off because you can do that. All right, let's try carved pumpkin instead. So this is going to be a little bit different color. Yep, liking that one, definitely. So like I said, I love that little bit of blue in there. I'm going to bring this green down. And then I'm going to do my wild honey. A little bit more up here. And I'm going to do just a little bit more blue down here. All right, so we have that. Cover up. All right, I'm going to take my water bottle. The white acrylic paint I put on here was pretty thick, so the color slides pretty well. So I'm just going to put a little bit of water and move it around until I like what I am seeing. And then I'm going to dry that off and we'll come back and I'll show you some more. All right, now that we're dry, I'm going to bring my little to-go container lid out. I'm going to put some white acrylic paint down. Not a lot because I'm going to get it real wet. And I just want a little bit. It's going to be What kind of consistency? Soupy, but it's okay if there is some thicker pieces in there. Okay, I'm going to put my stencil in there. And I'm going to put the stencil on here. And then I'm going to put my stencil back in here. Put my stencil on here. So I'm not done. Oh, we are not done. No, 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 no. So we're going to do this all over our paper. And if you don't have an art journal and you want to try this, that's awesome. Get some paper. Let's do it. You can use pretty much any paper. I'm going to spread some of that in there. All right, I'm going to leave that. Am I going to leave that? My famous last words. I will almost leave that. Okay, let's, good. All right, so pretty, yeah, okay. Let's go dry this, and then we're going to come back and we're going to use our colors again. Alrighty, this is dry. I'm going to come back in with, here it is, my pumpkin, and I'm just gonna do this. I might add some like this. Let's see. It's kind of the same, huh? That yellow was pretty though. So let's try some of that. Wild honey. And I'll just add it like this. Add a little bit. See what happens when we do this. Grab my blue. I do love blue. So see what happens is if you do these and then some other ones, can you see that? It'll keep that dot in there and little things will begin to show through. I think I'll keep that and then add dots down here. And last but not least, the forest moss. Some down here. Okay, so that is covered again. Get our handy dandy spray bottle. Now I'm not saturating this at all. I put one good pump on each color. And it still has plenty to do this. And I'm at this point, I'm not gonna obliterate these circles here. I'm gonna keep those. And if something happens to run over it, that's okay as well. Yep. So I'm going to go dry this. I like how it's done this. And I'm going to see if I can get it to dry like that. All right, now we're back with this layer of the white paint. Sometimes instead of dipping it, whoops, in there, I'll just come through and do this. Does this freak you out? Some people, I know, they hate it when I use my hands. You do not have to use your hands. Get a brush, get your paper towel. Impatient. Yep, pretty much that would be my word. Which is kind of funny considering, let me get some of this ink off of here. This last 10 days, I have had to go super, super, super slow because my sciatic nerve got pinched when I put my sweet grandson down for a nap. Oh. Right? So I get so mad with stuff like that because it means I can't pick them up, it means I can't play with them. It means I have to ask for a lot of help, which I am not good at, but this one, I tell you what, this one threw me for a loop, so I kind of didn't have a choice. And like all things, yes, I am learning through it, trying. I think I'm done. I like that. And I will tell you why, because the thought behind this page is the word rest. It could be all kinds of stuff. It could be ask for help. It could be slow down. It could be take care of yourself. Which one of those words do you relate to? Maybe you have your own. But as I was walking, I found this leaf and I put it in between a book page and kept it there for a couple days. And I'm going to dry this and glue it on. And I'm going to think about when I found this, kind of how hard it was to bend over and pick it up, but I could at that point, and it's just going to remind me of the rest I had to take. And I'm going to write, I think I'm going to write the word rest right here. Ooh, but okay, I have another idea. All right, so let me go dry this and I'll come back and glue that. All right, do you remember my bag of tricks, my box of tricks from the last video? So here's what I'm thinking. I have this piece of muslin and I'm going to stamp the word rest on here with my little bitty letters. I also have another idea. If you want, I can show you in a different video how to print on muslin through your inkjet printer at home. Let me know if that is something you would like to see. I think it's kind of fun. And the last letter, T. Okay, so there is that. Cut this. Do I have good scissors? Why, yes, I do. Am I going to get up and get them? I probably should, huh? But why? And I can make it look like this. Alrighty, let's see. Bag of tricks, box of tricks. We're gonna make a little cluster. Yes, there is an actual word for this called a cluster. We have a little piece of paper. And basically a cluster is just layering a bunch of stuff together. I like that. I kind of like that. I'm going to layer it and layer it. And let's do one more. There. Yeah. I like that a lot. Okay. So I have a piece of paper. I'll take my art glitter glue. And I'll put some of it on here. I'm going to add this piece of material. I will add this piece of paper. And then I'll add this. You can add a little doobobby to it, which I have already made. Why is that on there? There. Okay. I do love these ball pins. They are one of my favorite. And to put it in there like that, I just folded the paper. And I can't see. Okay. Yep. All right. And now let's bring this back in. Whew. All right. Here we go. Look at the color of the light right here. I love it. Okay, this just kind of makes me feel restful. Grab my glue. I'm going to put some all around the edges here. Now, will this stay in here as it dries? You know what? Yes, but what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to add a layer of Mod Podge on top of this leaf so that it doesn't crack and fall apart in here. And I am going to put just a little bit of glue right there for that. My Mod Podge, it is a mat and a brush. The wonders never cease. I'm not using my fingers for this part. You could, absolutely. All right, and plus, whatever does not stick, I can add a little bit. And get it to lay down. And the other thing is, when I use this, I like to work from the middle out. So that kind of helps to get rid of some of the bubbles. It's a leaf. It's not going to do what you want. Friends, I like this one. Do you? Oh, man. I think it's really fun. I am going to look back on this. I think I might even stamp in the date and remember the time about rest. Now, you could do this. You can leave it like this. You can write in. You'll have plenty of room to write if you want to write about what rest means to you right now, or slowing down, or all those good words that we are so hard on ourselves with. But I hope you have had a lot of fun and that you like and subscribe so that we can get back at it again the following week. All right, my friends, thank you for joining me. I will see you next time.